If I wanted more money, I'd be making mukbangs, honey.
You are a disrespectful piece of...
Hello, my skinless chicken nuggets. We have been blessed with another vlog from our favorite girl. She spew out some wisdom and my eyes have been opened. I have been enlightened and I'm just vibrating on a higher level today. Or maybe that's just the sugar rush from the Dolce de Leche cookie I just had with my iced coffee. Either way, we have some things to discuss because I have a big head, many thoughts, and apparently too much to say.
But I wanted to talk to you because I forgot to let you guys know in my last video. It was a big point that I wanted to say because it's important to this whole health thing, is that I was actually misdiagnosed with a collapsed lung. So they thought that I had a partially collapsed lung, but it turns out that I do not. So I want to let everyone know that that is not a thing. It's a misdiagnosis. They were confused because the x-ray did show something, and that is why I got a CT scan, because they assumed it was a partially collapsed lung. But the two CT scans I did have of my lung did show that it was not that it was actually fluid around my lung. It's not in my lung, it's around my lung. It's the nodule. With that, it is a little frustrating, but like I said, when you know something is off with your body, you know.
So, medical expert Amber Lynn, who is the most intuitive person when it comes to her body, Dr. Lynn, the medicine woman, claims she has been misdiagnosed. She says she is frustrated with the ER not being accurate or figuring things out instantly for her. What a shame. People have been already roasting her in the comments about it as well. As many smart people have pointed out, ER stuff is not there to diagnose her. They are there to immediately patch up the emergency health concern and then hand you off to a more specialized doctor. So that's how it works. And I mean, doctors are still people. They will misdiagnose us every now and then. It's not great. But it's understandable. I don't know if being frustrated is necessarily the way to go at this point. And also, I'm just going to be an asshole. I'm just going to say it. I do feel like she's absolutely milking this whole entire thing. She keeps vlogging, uploading it, and then vlogging some more just to update us on the same thing 2 days later instead of putting everything in one video. She's absolutely milking it. And you know what? Make your coin. You probably have a lot of medical bills to pay, but don't you try to make us feel pity for you when you're absolutely milking it. And I don't see how serious you are when you're doing that. It takes a little bit out of your credibility in this situation, in my humble opinion.
Anxiety. It's rough. A lot of anxiety.
And here, quick tip for anybody with anxiety. If you're feeling super overwhelmed, if you feel like you're spiraling into the bad thoughts, what I like to do, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but what I like to do, or what I have been taught, is to focus on the positive. So instead of being like, oh no, I have this going on with my health, this is going to happen now, this is going to be the end of the world, try to go ahead with, well, what if the best case scenario happens? What if the actual good thing is going to come out of it? What if this is not as bad as I think? What if I'm actually overthinking it? And kind of let your brain flow into the more positive side of things. Either that, another technique I really like is focusing on something completely unrelated. It could be like, let's say, an apple. You can sort of meditate and imagine it. Just think about the texture, how it feels, how it smells. Just absolutely completely focus on it just to take your brain out of that anxious state. And as I said, it doesn't always work, but it's just two things that I like to do. And that being said, she's been going to therapy for allegedly, 6 months at least, if not a little bit more. What kind of techniques has she been taught in therapy? Because she hasn't told us anything yet. And since she's a very anxious person, I would assume her psychologist, psychiatrist, whoever, would actually, maybe help her out, give her some tools. Maybe she forgot everything at this point. I'm just questioning everything today.
So, my nodule is 1.6 centimeters, if you guys want to know. And once it reached 2 centimeters, that means it's a mass. So that's scary. So Feline kindly went in to schedule my appointment.
So not only is she milking the crap out of these health issues, she's vlogging several times a day and posting multiple videos out of it. She's now decided to start calling wifey feline, falling. I don't know. I don't like it. I feel like it's just another thing to just grab her extra attention just to figure out, hey, you know what? If I just start randomly calling wifey something else, maybe they'll start talking about it again. She started just saying Alex. Then it was, well, first of all, it was wifey. Then it was Alex. Then it was my girlfriend to ad nauseum. And then it was wifey again. And now it's Feline. I think it's just a grab for attention in this particular situation. And I am not willing to discuss it any further. I don't care. I'm not going to pay attention to it.
I know that stress equals stress on the body, and I don't want that. We need to like treat my body well. You know, mainly me, obviously. But yeah, this is, you know, the more than ever, it's time to fight for my life. I just feel like hopeless a little bit. So I just it's time to fight for my life more than ever. And it's like I can't keep going thinking about the past and everything I could have, should have, would have, could have, would have, like throw it out. It's now. Time is now. Like, all this talk about the past is just, what? Adding stress and worry for no reason. It's time to talk about the now and fix the now and do the now. So I want to come on here with long spewing mistakes, confessing my mess ups. It's not about that anymore. I need to figure out things I need to do to fix my health, to become more active. And as you guys know, I do have a binge eating disorder. I don't want pity. I don't want people to pity me. I don't want people to look down on me. I don't want any of it.
She says it's time to act now. This is the time for her to fix her health now. Not when she first had cancer, not when she first had any other health scares. She's been saying the same thing since 2015 at least, or probably even sooner, probably since she actually started this channel. So far, nothing has changed. Nothing has actually been a wake-up call so far. Nothing has been different. We keep hearing the same sort of inspiring speeches that she gives us, but then nothing is changing. Nothing is being done. We don't know anything that has been accomplished in the last whoever how many years. She doesn't show it, yet she's asking for pity. She's asking for compassion. Fair enough. You're sick. You feel bad. That's fair. But bro, how many times can we take the same speech? I can't listen to it anymore. What am I supposed to do with it? It's pointless. Because you know what? There's no try. There's just do. And here in this clip, she doesn't really say anything important, but what caught my attention is the actual bruises she has on her arms. I don't know if I'm being absolutely ridiculous, if I just fell out of a tree and hit my head, but it kind of looks like finger marks, hand marks, like somebody kind of grabbed her on the arm, because that looks a very bizarre pattern. And she has more bruises, but that's typical for anybody with anemia. Doesn't that look kind of weird and suspicious to you guys too, or is that just me? Am I making things up? Did I have too much sugar this morning? Maybe I should, go outside and touch grass. It just looks like somebody grabbed her. Maybe she's just very kinky in bed or something like that. Maybe she actually had an argument. Maybe that's why the things are not quite as nice with wifey. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just putting my ideas out there. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I would never do that. Please don't come for me, Amber. Please don't throw hands. I don't want to be threatened or beat up. I'm just saying those bruises look weird. That's all.